where you're really ruling from. Just like I talked about, you rule from the center. So or in our stomach is our kingdom, if you may. And all of these different subjects in the kingdom are the microbiome or the bacteria that actually live inside of your gut. So when new stuff is introduced into you, and you got the CB shirt there. So this is, people should know this now, but they don't take it serious. They go eat a chicken sandwich, man. You nuke everybody. You just killed everybody that you were naturally producing. And unlike a lot of other things about the body that just regenerate, you actually got to go and reintroduce those bacteria back into your system, as far as the ones that are supposed to be in your body, because they're the ones that combat the predators, the actual pathogens that are inside of your body. So this is the stuff nightmares are really made out of. So a lot of these things will have you thinking, go and get this sandwich, go and link up with her. They'll even be able to smell the virus on another person and then send an attraction signal. It won't even be something you're interested in. They'll be like, go and hook up with her, because they know they're in the self-preservation. And this in the center is where you want to be, right? So we're talking about center, we're talking about middle. And that has nothing to do with our dualities that we keep facing in the reality about male or female, black or white, penis or vagina, hermaphrodite, different persuasions, chemicals, all this kind of stuff. That's all distraction. That's why, the lower realms were made to be very entertaining. A lot of people, they had these crazy ass dreams and they're wondering, well, where is this coming from? It's coming from the mindset of the bacteria that are inside your body that are also linked with their other friends, the other ones that are on their resonance frequency. They sit in the sewers, they sit in other entities that are filthy, they sit in the trash can, and now you're tied into that. And then when you just let go of the wheel for a moment, sleeping or slipping, when you just let go of the wheel for a moment, all of a sudden they take the wheel. And then you be even in the reality thinking. They talk about, this is what I mean by, instead of talking about aliens as far as them being external, these are the aliens, the ones internal. You got customs. Forget the external world. It's an illusion. But you got to figure out how it connects in the inside. So it's a really good reflection. The customs is at all holes or ports. Okay, at all holes or ports. Because see, the neck, that's why they love to show beings with just no head. Because just with this alone, you can roll through the spiritual plane. You don't need the rest of the body. There's a macrocosm. That's what I was showing here. There's a macrocosm already sitting there that has a liver, a spleen, a kidney, and everything that you would say, except for we call it pineal, ventricle, etc. So when that being is set up to travel, the only, first of all, the way that you're going to take off is if you have good customs. That's why they say in your ancestors' tribe and all that, they got culture, which is like a petri dish where bacteria grows, and customs, which is like things you learn that shape and mold you to be the greatest that you can be. But here's what happens. If you don't have a guard, which we were talking about Saturn being the guard, at your ports, you'll see anything. That means Saturn is wisdom. If you don't have time and wisdom, you'll look at anything and get embedded with all sorts of different pictures that stay stuck in your mind. You'll hear crazy music and crazy lyrics that play early in the morning because you didn't listen to the song over and over again. And now the DJ knows how to mix it up with the frequencies and herds and the tones from what he learned from the societies. And then you got your mouth where you're putting in all this different food, right? And then your smell, like all the different things, the stank and the stench and the perfumes and all this stuff that's unnatural. So this means that you have no guard at your gates. And so they're going to run through you. This is just how it is. I'm just saying, on the other side, it's valuable. This money thing didn't come from this realm. This money thing is a cosmic thing. There are beings that know how valuable, not just the plane, because we're all collectively projecting the plane, but the individual souls are pieces of fruit, the seeds. I said, understand, come back in here, because then you're going to be able to help everyone. You're going to be, because everything you then create from there is a reflection of you. And this involves actually cleaning this out.